Good morning. We're going to start with a poem. As you came from the holy land of Walsinghame, met you not my true love by the way as you came? How shall I know your true love that have met many one as I went to the holy land, that have come, that have gone? She is neither white nor brown, but as the heavens fair, there is none hath a form so divine in the earth or the air. But true love is a durable fire, in the mind ever burning, never sick, never old, never dead, from itself never turning. So that is a poem by Sir Walter Raleigh. Yes, that one that used to hang out in the court of Queen Elizabeth. And it's a poem called Walsinghame, which actually I have been to. I have made a pilgrimage to Walsinghame. It's in Great Britain, in Norfolk, and quite beautiful. Story for another time. So, welcome to the Premier Wellness Travel Meditation Sessions. I am here to show you offer space and support for you to breathe, for you to up your vibrations, and to create connections. I'm Cassandra Marcella Metzger. I'm the founder of Premier Wellness Travel and a certified yoga therapist. And I'm here just to show you the wonders of meditation, because it is wonderful. Each weekday at 10, I'll be here to guide you and to inspire you to create space for possibility and groundedness, routine, kindness, and compassion. And I'll be offering some tips and resources as well along the way. If you enjoy this meditation and you're watching it on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps. So thank you in advance. So today we're continuing our series on the yamas and niyamas. If you haven't watched the earlier ones this week, these are 2 limbs of yoga. The first 2 limbs, the yamas the first, the niyamas are the second ones. They're basically sort of like the 10 commandments of yoga. There's 5 of each, but they're really just more guidelines for living well in the yogic world. So the yamas are about how you move in the world, and the niyamas are about how you treat yourself. Classically, they're divided that way, but there's a little bit of overlap with both. And today, we're going to be talking about this one. Oops, it's always smeared. Brahmacharya. I used to know how to spell that too. Technically, it means celibacy. Iyengar notes that this isn't really about restraint in just the body, or only about the body, but also in the mind and the speech, and that you don't need to be a monk to practice yoga and to embody this limb. While it is translated as chastity or celibacy, it literally translates as Brahmic conduct. And again, that's about restraint in the body and mind, but also about how we see the divinity in each other and in all, the Brahma in all of us. And obviously, the best way to experience the divine in all is through sex. Sex is the divine's greatest gift to humanity. It's a way to touch the divine. And when we see the divinity in all, when we treat each other with dignity and with honor, and we hold each other in esteem, then we are embodying the yama of Brahmacharya. So it mandates that we use our sexual energy to reconnect with our own spiritual self and to know divine love, and warns us against using sex to boost the ego. Easy to do. Lots of us fall into that. So this truly is a yama that asks us that we use our sexual energy to regenerate, to reinforce, and to renew our connection to the divine, to love, and to our spiritual self. So, and one last thing, Iyengar writes that Brahmacharya is the battery that sparks the torch of wisdom. I love that. So let's go ahead and take our seat, our meditation seat, and we're going to close our eyes and start with the bell. We're going to meditate on this one and ask some questions of ourselves as we breathe. Let's start by taking a couple of deep cleansing breaths, deep into the belly to expand the diaphragm while your eyes are closed. And one more time, breathing in deep and exhale. So let's start today pondering how we use our energy, our sexual energy specifically. Do we use it wisely? Do we discriminate? Do we use discernment? And also, do you value your own body by taking good care of it? Sleeping well, having good sleep hygiene, eating well. We all know what we should do. We don't always do it. This yama asks us to treat our body with respect and to hold it sacred. And the same with our energy. Are you using your energy wisely? Especially your sexual energy, but have you disrespected the energy of others? Maybe now think about a time when you felt jealousy or attachment or resentment because of a physical or romantic encounter with another. And consider how that made you feel. And whether those feelings were rooted in fear or rooted in love. Divine love. Were those feelings rooted in insecurity or in trust? Confident trust in the divine, a humility that everything's going to be okay. That kind of trust, where you can let go or let be. Or were those feelings rooted in ego or in generosity? Again, a generosity that arises from a confidence level. And again, Brahmacharya is not about whether or not to use our sexual energy or to have sex, but rather how. How we use our sexual power and our sexual energy, and if we hold it sacred and with respect. And there's another way that we can misuse it. We can withhold love. We can withhold a kind word. anything that denies that human connection, your own to others or or others to you. Maybe you've gone through a time in your life when you have devalued yourself, or when you felt that you were not worthy of a divine kind of all-encompassing love, a confident love, and felt that it was okay to be known in a beautiful, loving, generous, intimate human connection. Because that's what echoes the divine. It can be scary for some people. Do you hold yourself, your own body, sacred? Do you treat others with sacred respect? This energy goes beyond simply the use of our bodies, as I've indicated, and our emotional connections, and actually becomes a way of life that embodies love in all of its forms. So I would also ask if you use the divine gift of your mind to grow intellectually and to learn. Or do you stay dull and stale and numb in your brain? Do you use your speech, your words wisely to honor the divine in others? Or have you even inadvertently said things that dishonor how we're all connected to each other and to the divine, that maybe brought the other person down or caused them to feel devalued? Or maybe you've done that through silence, by not saying a word of care when needed, or not genuinely asking, how are you really doing? By not making the effort to truly see another. Do you lift your voice to uplift others? Or how can you do more of that? How can you honor your body today? How can you treat it like the divine vessel that it is? And use your energy for good, for connectedness, and honoring the sacred. Go ahead and open your eyes. So I just want to remind you that the Yoga Sutras is where these originate from, the yamas and niyamas. This is my favorite translation. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be available anymore. The Upanishads are. This publisher and this translator, Alistair Shear. But I couldn't find the Yoga Sutras. So the other one that I would recommend is the version and the translation from Shambhala Publications. So I'll put a link on that below. I will be back here tomorrow since we missed Wednesday, since I had a conflict. And so I'll be back here, even though it's a Saturday at 10 o'clock. And I hope you have a beautiful Friday. Namaste. Thank you for watching.